Not all treasure is buried. Some of it's hiding right under our noses. At Golden Finds, we chase the forgotten, the vintage, the one-of-a-kinds, and bring them back to life. Every piece has a past. Here, it gets a second chance. Welcome to Golden Finds, where every find tells a story. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Daniel here from Golden Finds, and we are at it again, hitting up the Orange County Goodwill stores here in Southern California to see what Golden Finds we uncover. So if you guys love thrifting, then this is your channel. I welcome you guys to hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Just hit it right there in the bottom section. And if you are returning, thank you so much as always for the love and the support. And before you guys exit today's video, make sure to always hit the like button and leave a comment down below. But we are starting off in our very first location here in the city of Garden Grove, and we will work our way around to the other Goodwills in Orange County. There are some things that I am throwing out into the universe. They're kind of things that I don't necessarily need right now, but I would love to have. Like, I would really love to have another monitor stand so it matches with the other one I found. And that way, you know, it doesn't look weird with just one. And some other things here and there. So let's see what we find. I am so excited. I love thrifting. It's such a thrill, the thrill of the hunt. It never gets tiring because you just never know what you're going to find in the next thrift store. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Enough chit chat. Looking back at editing this video, I really regret not making a jump on both of these white couches. The color was absolutely beautiful. They definitely were giving all of the vibes that I wanted to bring into my home, and only $40 each. I feel that was such a steal. Now the couch was a little bit more out of my range, but I definitely do regret not picking up those two chairs. We're starting off right at the knickknack section, and I found various dishes made out of glass. These are so fun. You can always find so many at them at the thrift store, whether you're looking to add some type of trinket tray, or if you're looking for something to hold your rings, or maybe your pocket change, or if you're looking for some cool whimsical pieces or something to gift. You can find so many of them at the thrift store. So always check it out. You're most likely going to find something that you're really going to fall in love with. So this little cow creamer, and it's a Hoan brand, really cute. I love running into cow creamers and any other type of creamers. I feel like they are so fun and whimsical, and they add such a cute decor to your home. And this was also a very cool and interesting canister. So this is a cookie jar, $8.99. It looks like a big Oreo cookie. So that was super fun to look at. Now going back to the glass, you're always going to find so many beautiful pieces like this right here, this floral vase for $7.99. That's actually a really great deal, and it looks like it's made out of really good quality glass. And it seems like Bella always likes to make a presence. Look at this cutie. This is a collectible plate with a golden retriever. And there's the other one that I found last time, the couch potato. This one says, "Mine, all mine." 4th issue in the Puppy Love collection. These are so adorable. Bella's always with me, and I enjoy seeing her throughout my thrifting adventures. Found this Christmas ceramic bell made in Korea and priced at 99 cents. It was definitely a great deal. I really loved the print image on it. It looks like it was possibly a vintage piece. Then ran into this duck that was made out of wood. It did have several scuff marks, but I feel like scuff marks add a bit of character to the item. And it was $4.99, which I feel was a little bit pricey, but it was still a really nice piece. Let me know in the comments down below if you collect anything that's precious moments. So these were all several precious moments figurines. These are made by UNESCO and there were so many of them. These were all different themes. May your future be blessed, as you can see right there. There was this one which was so adorable, holding like a little heart lollipop. So precious moments definitely are very collectible. Some of them can resell for a high value. And this pitcher and wash bowl, $6.99 for the pitcher, and the bowl was a separate price at $3.99, making the set $10. Now this is originally from JCPenney. As you can see, it still has its tag. It was originally $20. It's made in the USA. I really love the speckled look on the ceramic. It was such a beautiful piece. But do you think that it was worth $10? It definitely was a little bit pricey in my opinion. Then found this little piece right here, this little bud vase, for only $1.49. I think this was actually a really great price. It's giving off that stoneware vibe. And here's a little bit of whimsical Christmas. There's this reindeer and it's sitting on grandma's chair. I don't know if this is a nod to grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, yes, it is. This is part of the holiday time, and it was only $3.99. I think it just needed some new batteries, but it didn't work. I did try playing it. But how fun and whimsical is that for Christmas? I love coming across items that I have already found previously. This is a Molly Hatch piece, and it is a measuring cup of 1 quart. And it was really fun. I really feel like this piece would be something that you could decorate with. Of course, you could use it for what's its intention, which is to measure. But pieces like that are easily manipulated to be able to be used as decor. So you can always use items that you find at the thrift store for more than what their purpose is what I believe. This is a Ray Dunn canister, Deck the Paws, $4.99. It's actually a really great price considering that it's a larger canister and it is for your pets. I really love the little dog on top as the topper. Then there was these really cute pieces right here. This right here was a July flower girl at $1.49. That was definitely not bad for the price. And I have noticed that their pricing seems to be coming down on certain things. So maybe Goodwill is getting the message across that, you know, we're not happy with the pricing. So hopefully they'll continue lowering some prices. This was a Hearth and Hand piece for $14.99. And then this right here was a beautiful piece. I really wish I could bring this home. I just don't really have the space for it. I don't know where I would even put it. But nonetheless, it was still a really beautiful piece, quite heavy. It was really hard for me to try and get the pricing on this. Sometimes they make it so difficult by adding it at the very bottom. And this was priced at $17.99. This has to be the most smallest soup tureen that I have ever seen. Made in Japan at $6.99. This right here brought back a lot of memories of being an annual pass holder for the Disneyland Resort here in California. This is a metal sign from Disney's California Adventure where it is advertising the Soaring Over California attraction. It was originally $10 and now it was priced at $3.99. I used to be a huge Disneyland fanatic. I still am, but unfortunately I have let go of my Disneyland pass holder pass as it did become too expensive. I used to have the most highest tier where I would have 365 days to access the park with parking included and also a discount on food and merchandise. But unfortunately, it just was out of my means, and now I occasionally only try to go once a year. These were super fun. I really contemplated on buying these vintage Disney magnets. These all are meant to house a picture. This one was 99 cents. I really, really love them. But again, I was trying to be very picky on what makes it home. Although these are only priced at, super cheap, I feel that it adds up. So these are all 99 cents. That's already like $3. So things like this, although they're miniature and small and cheap in price, they can still add up. So you have to be very careful with what you select. This ship right here was really cute. It was $7.99, and this definitely would have been a cool piece for 4th of July. I just don't really know how it would be displayed. It would be kind of difficult since the bottom piece is on the ship. I'm not quite sure if this luggage rack was vintage, but it definitely was a nice piece. And these sometimes tend to be a little bit expensive. So for $4.99, I think it was actually a really great price. And they make, packing or unpacking super easy. You just prop that up and place your luggage on the top of it, and it just makes it so much more easier to access your items when packing or unpacking. Today's video is sponsored by this message to life is short, so just eat the cookies. So this is me telling you to always eat what you want. Life is too short. Enjoy that cookie when you can and pay for it later. It doesn't matter. Just enjoy life is what I'm basically saying. Now, although Easter is over, I always am on the lookout for any pieces for the next season. That's what I truly love about thrifting, especially the Orange County Goodwill stores, is that they always have decor year round. So I'm always able to take advantage of that and find new pieces for next year's decorating season. So that right there, that Easter topiary tree was really nice. Not quite sure if it was possibly someone's DIY project or if it was actually from a store, but it was actually a really nice piece and at a great price as well. Now, I know that it's sometimes difficult to find matching pieces or pieces that you're looking for at the thrift store, but a lot of the times they do get a lot of faux floral pieces. So I do recommend that you at least check the thrift store once before you head into the big box retail stores to find all of your floral needs. Just because sometimes you might find a lot of variation here, and they're usually priced at a great deal. A lot of the times they will bundle a lot of pieces together, and you can save yourself a lot of money by buying them secondhand. This is an Anna Lee doll from 2018 themed out to Easter. It's almost giving My Fair Lady vibes. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the whole costume dress that the bunny has. It's super adorable. Now, this basket right here was very interesting. I love the handle. It almost looks like it's one of those candle holders with the handle. So that was a very interesting piece right here. I really love the weaving as well. It was a very interesting piece. Again, this is something else that I have mentioned various times, that you can find so many different baskets at the thrift store. So also, if you're ever in the need for one, make sure to stop at a thrift store first to check out what they have. I feel like all of the neutral vibes were out today. These pieces right here, although they were quite simple, they really caught my eye. I really love this. Now, they were all priced individually. The Santa was $1.49. Then we have his sleigh for $1.99. And then each reindeer also was priced individually, and I believe those were priced at $1.99. So this would probably add up for a lot, but just look at how beautiful this looks all together. Now, they were made out of like some paper mache material, so it looks like you can paint them any color that you want or add any embellishments on it, but it was still, simple like that and very pretty. Now, this was an oopsie. It's very hard sometimes filming and grabbing items at the same time, so sometimes I will have a few little accidents. Now, this is a mini plush for $9.99. I'm not quite sure if this is actually a Disney Store piece or a Disney Parks piece. There are still a few Disney stores open, and of course you can still purchase them online as well, so I'm not quite sure. They had pulled out a new cart of goodies, and look at all of these terracotta pots. I couldn't believe it. They were quite large. They were a little bit pricey, I will say, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure if maybe a new one is more expensive. This right here also caught my eye at only $1.99. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. It looks like some type of tray. It looks like something meant to house little small figurines or little trinkets or something quite small, because there's really not a lot of room on the edges. So I'm not quite sure exactly what it was meant to be for. There were these crate and barrel acorns, these little faux decor pieces. And this is still brand new with its original tag, $3.99. These lamps were gorgeous. The quality was amazing. It was $14.99 for this one right here. Then there were these other ones right here that matched. So there was a complete set of different ones. I wish there would have been one more of the gold one because I was very close to buying it. It's a beautiful sunny day. I hope that it is nice wherever you guys are at. The weather is perfect. Welcome to the Goodwill Furniture Store. This is absolutely one of most favorite locations, as I have mentioned to you all before. This location always has the best furniture and also the best artwork. Here is a glance of a few of the art pieces that I found this week at the thrift store, so I do hope that you enjoy them. And make sure to make a visit to this location if you're looking for some big art pieces. I am on the hunt for some faux pieces of greenery to add into my terracotta pots. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be displaying them for the 4th of July season. I feel like I might put them away. I haven't decided as of yet, but I'm going to keep my options open and see if I find some faux greenery pieces to add into them on the inside. And the Goodwill, again, is one of the best places to check things. You just never know what you're going to find. I do find sometimes greenery pieces here and there, but it's always just difficult finding the same sets or finding the ones that are the same material or the same greenery. I just don't really want to have a mixture of different leaves or anything like that. I just want them to kind of be the same plant. So that I understand is going to take some time to find the pieces that I'm looking for, especially since I'm being very picky on what exactly I'm looking for. Make sure to stay until the end to see if anything made it home with me from this thrift session. Now this video is quite extra lengthy, so I do hope that you enjoy this and that you stay until the very end to see what goodies made it home from today's thrift session. Today's Spanish lesson is quinceañera. Quinceañera means 15 or the 15-year-old. And basically, these were quinceañera dolls. So these are dolls that are given to the girl at her celebration. And it's this huge party that, they wear these luxurious and beautiful gowns. They have suitors and it's a big party. Think of it almost like a mini wedding, but she's not getting married to anybody and there is no groomsmen, but she does have a chambelán, which means it's like a party person that will accompany her and dance with her along with her other chambelanes and also the other damas, which basically it's like a big party, and she gathers friends to celebrate her 15-year, which marks from moving from being a child to being a woman. And it's a big celebration and it's celebrated with a lot of family, and it's again basically like a mini wedding, think of it that way. And so I was really surprised to see those dolls. Those dolls are given to them as the last symbol. This is like the last item that you're going to get at your last doll before you transition into being a young woman. Strangely enough, I really wanted a tree skirt like this style with this wood, like the pattern. So I was very excited to have seen it here, but the only problem is that I'm not quite sure if it would fit one of my trees, and I just didn't want to risk it. And it was a little bit scuffed up, but that really didn't I didn't mind about that, but again, I was just more worried about whether or not it would fit around my tree. But it's so interesting how sometimes you find things that you were looking to buy and you find them here at the thrift store. Oh, this is so sweet. This is someone's artwork to their Nana. It's like coloring pages of Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Piglet. It was so sad to see. I don't know why, but I'm a very sentimental person, if you did not know that. So when I see things like that, I take a second to think about it and try to think, why was it donated? Again, there's so many different reasons why people donate things, and I'm not here to judge anyone, but sometimes it just makes me think about the item and the story behind it. Because there are so many things that are donated at the thrift store, and you sometimes try to think about what the story is behind the item. Have found some very interesting items thrifting in my years, and I think the most shocking item I have ever found while thrifting was finding someone's college diploma. I'm not quite sure why it was donated, but I think that was one of my most biggest shockers. And another one also was a wedding album full of wedding pictures. I'm not quite sure from what year it was. It looks like it was maybe the 70s or 80s. But that also was a little bit sentimental. And although I don't know any of the people in the pictures, you just, sometimes have to think about it and wonder why it was donated, or what's the story behind all of these people, or who these people were. And it's just interesting to think about. These definitely caught my eye, but I really just didn't know where I would place them in my home. They were $4.99. I really like the candle one, but again, you know, just because something looks cool doesn't mean we should always bring it home, because then we end up being in a lot of trouble. You know, thrifting can definitely lead us down a rabbit hole and it can get very addicting, so we have to kind of be very picky with what we bring home. Just like this cross right here, I did contemplate on bringing it. I thought it was very different than from any of the crosses that I have in my home. So I thought about it. I really did. But I didn't bring it home. These pieces right here were very unique. They were priced $9.99 each, a little bit pricey. And there was two of them. This one's right here is one of them. Here's the other one. And I believe it's supposed to be some type of Egyptian decor. And they were beautiful, don't get me wrong, but at $10 each, I think that was definitely a little bit overpriced. I think it definitely would have been a great deal for if they were like $5 each. Now, you all know that I love looking at big bulky furniture, especially because this is where the thrift store that you have to come and check out if you want to find it. Look at this secretary desk. How cool is this? Absolutely love how this pulls down for you to open it up to write with, and it even had an attached pencil sharpener. Now this definitely is so nostalgic. I remember having to, you know, sharpen my pencils when I was in middle school, and even in high school they still had them. So you can always definitely take down a trip down memory lane when thrifting. And look at these fabulous pieces. This is what I am talking about, you guys. This location, write it down. This is the one you want to visit if you want to find pieces like this. If you're looking to maybe restore something or looking for something, you know, out of this world, you're going to find it here because they always have so much different bulky furniture. Like this right here, this was so unique. I was trying to figure out what was going on here because I couldn't open any of these. I don't know if it wasn't, you know, you weren't able to open them or what the case was, but it was interesting. But you're also going to find a lot of chairs, a lot of wooden chairs, you know, chairs from dining tables or just armchairs. There's just such a big variety here. You're going to find something you'll love. Janice and Sharon also gifted me a record player. I couldn't believe it. I was so surprised and so blessed and so thankful. So, Janice and Sharon, thank you so much again. I will share it in a future video. I will share the record player that they gave me. And record vinyls are $2.99, which I think it's actually a fabulous deal. So I am now going to be going crazy finding records, basically is what I'm trying to say. Vinyl records. See, it's all too new to me, you guys. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to start that journey and thrifting for those pieces. I absolutely love vintage pieces, and being able to now, thrift for something awesome as vinyl records. It's going to be super fun trying to see what we find. So again, Sharon and Janice, thank you so very much for that record player. Now, if the White Star Line sounds familiar, that's because it's the Titanic's maker. The White Star Line was the company that made the famous Titanic and also many other famous ships as well as part of their fleet. So this was a really cool, fun piece. I don't know if this was store-bought or if someone made it, but I loved how it was a token to the Titanic, which, by the way, Titanic is one of my most favorite films, if you did not know. More Ray Dunn, yes. Oh my gosh. I just love it. I don't know about you, but I still love finding Ray Dunn, especially since these were older pieces. These were all 3 mixing bowls. These are all part of a set. They were each priced individually. We have mix, dash, and pinch. They were gorgeous pieces. The older pieces are so much better because they have so many dimples and they're just more unique, I feel, than the more newer pieces that have been brought out by Magenta. Looking into the holiday section, there were these two little pumpkins. Now, normally these are the pumpkins that you put on top of a ghost that is running and holding the pumpkins, but these don't have the openings in the eyes or mouth. So these were more like just little ceramic molds. But these wouldn't be able to light through since there's no openings in the eye again or in the mouth. I truly hope that you are still here and enjoying the walkthrough. Make sure to stay until the end to see what made it home with me. There were so many things to look at in today's thrift session, and so this one was definitely a very lengthy one, but I do know that some of you definitely enjoy a way longer video, so I do hope that you are enjoying every little minute of this thrift session. This was a eucalyptus candle from Bath and Body Works, but at $9.99, I definitely disagree on that. It was brand new, but at $10, and it definitely did not smell well. As you can see, I did my little movement. That's just me letting you guys know of what I thought of this candle scent, because since I don't do the actual voice until I do the voiceover in the editing, I won't remember if I liked it or not. So it was a very awful smell, but at $10, it was definitely pricey. Now, these were faux wreaths from Target, and it was part of the threshold line for $17.99. Definitely, although they are new, that is definitely pricey. I'd rather, buy a thrifted one that's not from Target. This animatronic was interesting. It's like this little girl dressed in a plaid Christmas dress, which is fabulous. And she's holding Christmas gifts and a candle. I don't really want to buy animatronics that are of this. Like, I only want them if they're Santa or Mrs. Claus or any other characters like that. I don't want carolers or elves or other things like that. So it was a really nice piece, but just not for me. And someone must have dropped off their entire duck collection. There was this shaker right here for $2.99. We also have this right here, which is, I believe, a planter at $5.99. And then we also have the bigger one, which is a canister or a cookie jar. They're both really adorable, and again, I really love ducks, and I've been trying to find the right piece to bring home to add to my decor, but I wasn't quite sure if those were the pieces. We are heading into our last location, so make sure to stay tuned until the end to see what made it home with me. This location is in the city of Brea on Brea Boulevard, and it has lately become one of my least favorite locations just because they really don't have as many treasures as I am used to finding. I've been coming here again years and years, and I feel like back in 2024, 2023, they would do so well with their thrifting, thrift inventory. But lately, I have been a little bit disappointed on what I have been finding here. My top stores will definitely have to be the Anaheim location on Brookhurst Street and the Garden Grove location. And those are like my two favorites. But again, I love thrifting in every single one of them, except for the ones that are located out further out in Orange County. That those definitely are a little bit more harder for me to make it out on the weekend. As you can see, this location definitely stacks upon things, and it can be a little bit difficult since they do mix up the holiday with the knickknack section. This golden deer right here was a very nice piece, and it was $7.99. I don't know if it might have been maybe from Target possibly. It was a cool piece, really nice. You all know that I love shopping for Christmas, but as you can see, it can get overwhelming because they just have so much to look at. Now, this was a Bath and Body Works candle at $5.99. That is actually a very horrendous smell. I do not recommend that candle to anyone. It was terrible. Maple bacon. Would you really want your house smelling of maple bacon? I don't understand it. I could see your house smelling like bacon when you're making breakfast and it smells delicious, but why would you want it on any random day? That's just very odd. Very, very odd for a scent. I will say though, I am lucky in this location when it comes to Bath and Body Works candles. Here's another one. It is a unicorn scent. It says $7.99, and it was completely brand new. Let me see if I give you guys the... Yeah, I do give you what I think of the candle, and it's so and so. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell good either. Dear Santa, I just want a unicorn peppermint marshmallow. I know many of my friends who would absolutely love this trio right here of wicker suitcases. They're super fun to decorate with, and they were such in great condition. Just like this picnic basket right here. Very nice. I really loved how big this was. Super roomy. And it's also really a cute piece to decorate with. Hey everyone, welcome to the haul portion of the video where you get to see what made it home from the thrift session. Now there are quite some goodies, and I really am loving the vibe that they're giving. They're giving all of the neutral vibes, which I'm really currently in right now. It's part of my era, and I can't wait to share with you guys what made it home. But before we do that, I wanted to go ahead and shout out Janice and Sharon. Yes, yet again, my friends, because they gave me these bunnies. Now, you all know how much I have been trying so hard to find bunnies like this, and I was just so over the moon that they gave these to me. And I am so thankful, again, to both of you. Thank you so much. You guys are honestly so wonderful. I just cannot express how much gratitude I have for both of you. So these are so adorable. I absolutely love them. And, you know, they did already, yeah, and they had an idea that I would probably already ask if it was okay for me to spray paint them, which they said yes, that it's okay for me to spray paint these. And these are going to be matching with the one that's right here. So this will be another project. Again, I'm working on a video where you will get to see how I utilize a lot of my thrift finds that you've seen in previous hauls and how I display them for my home. So these are going to be placed away for now, and they'll come back at a later time, but I wanted to go ahead and thank Janice and Sharon for them. So thank you so much, both of you, again. Thank you. So I'm so excited because there are a lot of things that I want to share with you, and let's jump right into it. So the very first piece is going to be this little vase. I don't know what it was about it. I really just fell in love with the color. The color was absolutely gorgeous. It's giving like a dark stoneware color. I'm not sure if it might actually be stoneware. There is no markings on it. It was only $1.49. So I thought that this would look very nice, you know, when we are heading into the Christmas season, putting some pine picks in here, or pine berries, or whatever, you know, some type of berry pick. It's going to look fabulous in this color. And again, we're doing the whole market stand, so we have to start thinking of ideas, because, you know, sooner or later we're gonna head into the holidays. So I bought that for $1.49, which I thought was a great deal. And then I also got the Santa with the reindeer. I don't know what it was about these that really captivated me. I really love the neutral look. Now, these are unfinished. You're supposed to, I guess, you know, paint them or do something with them. They're kind of like DIY pieces, but I just loved how they look. And these were $1.99 each. So there was a total of 3 of the reindeer. Those are the 2. Here's the other one right here. And then the last part is the sleigh and Santa. So the sleigh was $1.99 and then Santa was $1.49. So this is Santa's sleigh right here. There is some damage right here. You can kind of see through it. It looks almost like newspaper. So I'm pretty sure this is like some type of paper mache. And let's see, there's something underneath the Goodwill tag. Let me see if I can check what that is. Oh, okay, so this is actually, these are made in the Philippines. So that is super awesome. There's a made in the Philippines tag right there. And then here is Santa. Santa also says made in the Philippines. I love this. Isn't this such a cute and neutral decor piece? This was $1.49 and he fits perfectly into his little sleigh. So I really fell in love with these pieces. They just really stood out to me. As soon as I walked into that holiday aisle, I knew right away that they had to make it into my shopping cart. Keeping up with the neutral department, this is one of my very first pieces that I've ever collected that I've actually been wanting to collect, but I just never find one that's, you know, what I want. So I picked up the duck. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It was $4.99, which I feel was a little bit pricey. You know, it's more than I probably would have wanted to pay for, but I thought, you know what, it's a very intricate and cool piece. Now I'm trying to find out if it's, yeah, actually it is real wood. I thought for a second it might not have been real wood. I thought maybe it was just resin, but there is a chip right here that you can see that it has the texture of the wood, and I just fell in love with it. I thought it would be really unique. I don't have any ducks. Excuse me, guys. I don't have any decor pieces like this, so it's like a polished wood. So I just love it. I don't know exactly where I'm going to place it, but I thought it was a really cool piece. So I have to come home, even though it was a little more than I kind of bargained for usually. And then the other item that I picked up was the egg topiary tree. I don't know what this is, why it attracted me. I think it attracted me for a few simple things. The neutral color. The eggs are like in these greens, these cream, like off-white color. Then we have like these light brown, and then we have the terracotta pot. This is such a gorgeous piece. I really, really, really wish there would have been two of them, or at least one shorter, you know, at least two. I would have loved if it was a shorter one, you know, to give it some dimension, but oh, sorry guys, I don't know what is going on. I'm like all over the place today. Like I was saying, this was $3.99, which I think it was a good bargain for this. I don't know if someone DIY'd this. It's giving DIY, but it's also not. It's giving like if you actually purchase this from a store. So I really, really fell in love with this. Again, I wish I would have been able to have found another one. But I'll be happy with one, and it will be a great addition to the Easter piece, you know, the Easter collection pieces of my decor for next year. So this will be tucked away. And the last piece of the haul, which I was super happy to also have came across it. I never really thought about buying something like this, but then I thought, you know what, it's such a great, beautiful piece. It'd be such a shame for me to leave it behind. So I picked up the pitcher and wash bowl. This is how it looks like. It's super stunning. I'm not kidding you. This piece is really nice. I really love the speckled look of the pitcher. So it looks like, you know, it's almost like, I don't know if this is actual, I think it's just pure ceramic. I don't think it's stoneware, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The pitcher was $6.99. A little pricey, I will admit, considering that it's a small piece. And it's made in the USA, it says. And then the bowl, which is matching as well with all of that beautiful speckle, is $3.99. So 6, 7, 8, 9, close to a $10 deal basically, which $10 for the set. I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you guys think that I overpaid for this? I don't know. It probably would have been a lot more expensive somewhere else, but I think it's a fabulous decorative piece. I cannot wait to find a place for it. And the bowl, I want to say this was originally from JCPenney, and it is. There is a JCPenney tag, which is really, really vintage, and they would sell the set for $20 originally. You can kind of see it right here. There's the JCPenney logo and then the price tag. That's super cool. I love finding vintage pieces from like back in the day. But let me know what you guys think about the haul. That is the last item from the walkthrough. But as always, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. What was it from the haul that you absolutely loved? Is there something in the walkthrough that totally would have made it home with you? I know there were so many different goodies in today's walkthrough, so make sure to comment them down below so you can let me know and share your thoughts with me. Thank you so much, as always, for all of you for being so supportive and so kind. I actually, so if you did not know, my videos are pre-recorded up to maybe even a few weeks or so, maybe at the max 3 weeks, and then I release them in batches. And that's only because, you know, if I ever fall ill or if I have a weekend where I can't go thrifting, I have material to release for the whole month. So actually this is like the most current time, like what you're watching right now is present day. It's actually Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo. And I just had the most wonderful, wonderful weekend because it was the first time that I had ever met so many of you. And it was just a wonderful time that we got to spend together. I got to speak to a few people, and it was a thrill. And it's just really exciting when you meet someone. Again, the thrill of them recognizing you. It's like a whole movie star moment, and it just gives you that feeling of joy, excitement, and thrill because Again, these people are supporting you. They're watching your channel. They know what you do. They know what passion you have. They also share that passion, which makes it even the best. You know, it makes it even greater. So, you know, me being able to spend time with you all really was super enjoyable, and I couldn't. I just wish we could have talked for hours for those of you that I met. So it just feels so gratifying knowing that you all love what I do, that you enjoy watching the videos, and that we share this common bond, you know? Now, I, you guys, it's just, it's seriously such like an emotional experience. It's full circle. I've mentioned this several times in videos. It's full circle moment when you meet the people that are behind the TVs, behind the phones, wherever you guys are watching YouTube from, and you see them in person and you are like, wow, this person supports me, follows me, and enjoys what I do. And it just really is like the cherry on top. And I cannot thank you all enough because it means so much. I've been doing this for a while now. I don't see it ending in the foreseeable future. I'll probably be a thrifter up until my 70s, if I can, even till the 80s. Who knows? But I just absolutely enjoy this adventure, and thank you to all of you for welcoming me into your lives. And it just means a lot, and it truly, truly, I don't want it to go unseen because I see all of you. I see your comments, your support, your love that you pour out, and it just means a lot. So thank you to each and every one of you for watching, subscribing, commenting. If you haven't subscribed and you're new, I welcome you to subscribe. It's absolutely free. And don't forget to hit the like button before you exit today's video. But as always, make sure that you guys are also going out into the thrift stores and enjoying the thrill of the hunt and thrift the unexpected. I will catch you on our next 15 adventure. Bye, guys.